Hi folks, this is Larry Fuller. Thank you for joining us for the webinar. I'm just going to give it another couple minutes for the folks to arrive here. I included a PowerPoint in the handouts there if you wanted to go ahead and check it out and follow along. That's what I'll be going over here in the webinar. So. Great. Again, thanks for joining us. Today, our webinar is going to be going over community pages, design, and benefits. We're going to go over creating a couple of those and the kind of things you could do with those pages with IDX Broker. So in this webinar, we're going to learn to create community pages using widgets. We're also going to go over creating community pages with saved links. We're going to customize those pages with subheaders using local or relevant content. And we're also going to go over some SEO tweaks you can do to those newly created pages. So first, what is SEO for those that don't know? SEO is short for search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is the process of affecting the visibility of a website or a web page in a search engine's organic or unpaid search results. It has a few different components, and we're going to go over a few of those today. So detailed neighborhood description pages can do so many things for your real estate website. They showcase your knowledge, inform potential clients, and help you stand out from the crowd. They're also an excellent tool for boosting your site's SEO because they generate unique, relevant content for your targeted areas. You'll see down in here, there's a little snapshot of somebody who created a widget for featured communities, Coburg Road, College Hill, so on. You can kind of customize those however you like. Now, having this kind of content on your site can help give your page a boost in rankings. When search engines such as Google crawl your site, they recognize your content as being relevant to the links that are on that page. As a result, your website essentially earns SEO credit. The more credit your site has, the higher you can rank on those search engines. You'll see I cut a couple snapshots of people's pages here, just a subheader talking about the neighborhood there for the friendly neighborhood, and another one here for Walnut Creek. So we're going to go ahead and create a widget now. So if you want to go ahead and follow along, you can log into the IDX Broker dashboard at idxbroker.com. Give you a minute to get there. Next, you're going to click in the top right-hand corner. There's a login button. You'll see I circled it here in red. You should be able to find that. Click that there for me. So next, a pop-up box is going to appear, and on select the left-hand side titled Light Platinum Login. Next, you're going to enter the username and password. They're both IDX Demo, all lowercase, all one word. You're going to put that in here, IDX Demo and IDX Demo. I'll give you a second to do that. And in fact, I will go ahead and log in myself. Okay. Whoops, let me get to the right slide there. Okay, so now we're going to create some neighborhood widgets like the ones you can see here at moranhomes.com. Now click on that, and you can kind of see the Moran Homes site here when it loads. Let's go back here until it loads, actually. Well, I don't know how to blow that up here, so let's just do that again. Sorry about that, folks. So first on that Moran Homes, and I'll go back to that as well, you're going to see a slideshow widget. That's going to have photos of properties that slide along at intervals that you can predetermine. Next, there's going to be a brief description about the community. You can make this as detailed or as, as mundane as you feel is appropriate for that page. And lastly, they created a showcase widget based on criteria that they determined relevant to that page. You can set the price range, bedrooms, or a number of options available from your MLS's provided fields within your IDX Broker dashboard, or build the widget using other means like a polygon link generator. Let's see if that page loaded now for us. Ah, great. Oh, it's still taking a second to load. I'm going to reload this. Very strange. Let's close this and try just opening it up again. Thank you for your patience. I do. Oh, it looks like our internet is down here at IDX Broker. Yeah, sorry about this, folks. It appears that I have no internet service, and I'm hoping you guys are still hearing this webinar. Okay, here we go. It's loading now. All right, let me log back in. Thank you for your patience, folks. Okay, so this is what we were talking about. The first widget on the Clayton community that they created, this is that slideshow widget. It's going to, however long they determine to have these different properties slide by, they can determine that. Next is a subheader here that they created, or a little snippet about the neighborhood or about the Clayton community. You can put in as much as you like or as little. And lastly, here's that showcase widget we were also talking about. And it's going to take on the styling of whatever the site is, the CSS that site dictates. So let me go ahead and get back in here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to build one of those widgets like we just looked on the Clayton community there. So if you want to go back into the IDX Broker dashboard, let's go ahead and first create a widget. So here in the main navigation, the blue buttons up top, click Designs for me. And then Widgets underneath here in the sub-navigation. And then we're going to go ahead and create one. Now, step one, build a widget. It's going to ask you what type of widget we want to build. Let's build a slideshow widget that was much like the one in the Clayton community there. And the properties to feature, well, why don't we go ahead and do a polygon search for this one? I'll show you how that works. Now, since we're here in Eugene, Oregon, our map likes to focus in here on where we're at, but the actually dummy data that's in this site is located here in Florida. So let me get over here, and I will create a polygon search based on this. So I'm going to zoom in on the map and kind of so where you can really see at the street level, and you can really define where you want to put that. So let's say there's two different kind of polygon search tools. There's a radius and one where you can actually rope off certain streets. So let's say with the radius, you want to live, close to the airport there. You can put it on there. And let's say you want to live within no more than 3 miles out. You can go ahead and set this and create, it'll pull up any listings that are available within that predetermined area. But for this demo, I want to go ahead and kind of show you how this works with the polygon search tool rather than the radius. So we can go in here and really rope off a certain area you want to live in. Wouldn't it be great if all of us could live in the Miami Beach area like this? Well, let's just go ahead and create a predefined search here. Okay, so now we've defined an area here. We can set the minimum price, the maximum price, but for this demonstration, we're just going to leave that blank so we can pull all the listings from within there. We're going to make this widget mobile responsive, and we're going to give it a name. I'm just going to call this demo. You can have the sorting order, highest to lowest, lowest to highest, whatever you like there. The fade in time, the time in between properties, the opacity, so it'll tell you how clear that caption height is going to be, or the caption is going to be. And I like to set my caption heights to be about 20 to 25%. So I'm going to go ahead and set that, build this widget. And if you weren't using a WordPress site, or if you have any reason where you want to copy and paste this in, you would just take this script here and copy that into your sites, wherever you want that to populate. Also, you can customize this widget CSS if you'd like. Lots of different things you can do with this widget. So now we're just going to go ahead and preview this widget. And now you're going to see the slideshow widget. It's going to take on, of course, the size of the container that you put it in since it's responsive. But that's the slideshow widget. Okay. So next we're going to demonstrate how to create a community page using an IDX Broker saved link. Now you can follow along here with the PowerPoint, but I'm just going to kind of go in here to the back end and you can follow along with me here if you'd like as well. So here in the main navigation, I'm going to make sure I saved this. I did. Okay, great. So in the main navigation, we're going to go to Preferences, and the sub-navigation Saved Links, and then we're going to go ahead and create one. Now you're going to pick what you want to base this off of, address search, advanced search, different things, polygon search again. But for this one, let's just go ahead and do an advanced search page. And next step. And this is your advanced search page, the way you have it set up within your IDX Broker dashboard. You can add more fields or less fields, whatever you like, but you can really narrow down the criteria of whatever you want to have displayed on this page. And again, I'm going to leave this wide open so it just pulls all the listings from within there. Click next step here. And this is where it kind of talks into your SEO settings. I'm going to kind of go into this here. So search engines look at your title pages, or your pages and your meta tags to see what kind of content is on the page. Og tags are used by Facebook to do the same thing. The IDX Broker system will use tags in your website to inject relevant information to all your IDX Broker pages. Make sure your wrapper has these tags present in the head section so that your pages will be fully compatible. Below is what a typical head section looks like. And you'll see here's the description here, keywords, and it's going to inject this relevant content right into those places. Oops, excuse me. So next is meta descriptions. And you're going to see that here in the back end here. This is where you're going to put the meta tags description. Meta tags keywords. So the meta descriptions tag serves the function of advertising copy. It draws readers to a website from the search engine results page and thus is an extremely important part of search marketing. Crafting a readable, compelling description using important keywords can improve the click-through rate for a given web page. To maximize click-through rates on search engine results pages, it's important to note that Google and other search engines bold keywords in the description when they match the search queries. You'll notice here, Balboa Park, someone did a search for that, and you're going to see the Balboa Park is bolded in the search engine results pages. And this is where you're going to want to put that stuff in there. So meta tags description, meta tags keywords, those would be bolded. And the meta tag keywords. The meta tag keywords tag allows you to provide additional text for crawler-based search engines to index along with the rest of what's written on your sites. One way to use the meta keywords tag is to emphasize a particular word or phrase in the main body of your text. For example, if you own a website all about plaid pants and want to reinforce the word tartan, then what you'd want to do is have the word sprinkled liberally throughout your web copy and also insert it into your meta keywords. And you can do that within the IDX Broker dashboard again. So you're going to create keyword-specific URLs for saved links, and you'll see that down here. When you create a saved link within IDX Broker, you're able to add specific keywords to your URLs in order to let Google know what your page is all about. You can set a custom page title, link URL, and set custom meta tags for this unique set of search results. You can also add a subheader to this page to make it even more unique and engaging. You can add this later if you simply wish to save the link now. And that's going to be done here. So the link display, that's where you would put that. Let's give you a link description. You can put all this stuff right here in the back of the IDX Broker dashboard. Which takes us to our next thing. Custom subheaders. Very important part of your communities pages, your neighborhoods pages, because really agents and brokers, people with real estate websites, are already behind the eight ball, so to speak. They're already at a disadvantage because the content that's coming from the MLS is almost identical. So what you're going to have to do is use things like custom subheaders to help yourself stand out. And so when Google scans your site information, it no longer only pulls keyword phrases it thinks are relevant and pairs them to user queries. Instead, there's an intermediary step. Google interprets the data on your website and begins to form its own conclusions about what your site and your business really delivers. Google is becoming exceptionally sophisticated. As an example, according to Google's own research, deriving meaning from the synonyms of keywords accounts for up to 70% of searches. That means it doesn't matter that you use the phrase auto repair shop exactly several times throughout your website. You could use auto repair shop, car repair specialists, and vehicle repair facility on different pages, and Google could theoretically put you in the exact same category. Therefore, it's far more important to optimize your site for a specific meaning rather than a specific phrase. This is why using custom subheaders can add SEO value to your pages. By creating custom subheaders, you can add unique content to your IDX pages, which in turn gets crawled by search engines. So I want to go back to this link here that we were creating. And we're not going to put anything in here right now except for the title. We're going to call this Demo 1, just so it doesn't conflict with anything. I'm going to show you what this looks like. Oh, well, let me show you first. You can assign this to an agent that's within your site if you'd like to. We're not going to do that this time, but we're going to go ahead and save and create this link. So we're going to go back up here to saved links, and we're going to manage this link. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like when you first, get that created. You're going to see a map there, and you're going to see a results page here. But what we were talking about is the subheader here. So what you're going to want to do is you can go into that. We're going to edit the actual link that we just created. We're going to edit the preferences. Now I'm going to go into there to the subheader, and I've created something that I'm just going to copy and paste into the site here. Give me 1 second. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and put a subheader in here, and it's just some stuff I copied and pasted off of Wiki. Nothing super cool there. But also what you can do here is add, if you want to embed something into that, you can go ahead and click the HTML page or the HTML button there. I want to put this at the top of the page, so I'm going to copy and paste this little snippet of code that I grabbed from YouTube, from our YouTube site, our YouTube channel, I should say. And I'm going to, I'm going to put that into the site there. These are just break spaces, so it gives a little bit of space in between. I'm going to do that again at the bottom. Just looks nicer. Okay, so now I'm going to update this. I'm going to save the changes. And now we're going to go back up to our preferences and saved links. We're going to go to manage. We're going to go to demo 1 that we just altered, and we're going to preview that link. Okay, so now you'll see that subheader. We just put in the video there. I can, color this text if I wanted to, put in whatever I want, bold it. And now it kind of gives you a description, and helps this page stand out. So I'm going to go back in here to the dashboard. I'm going to create one more widget for you guys because I just created one with the polygon search tool. And polygon is actually a platinum-only feature. So what I want to do is make sure I demonstrate something that's also using the light features as well. So I'm going to go back into designs and widgets, and we're going to create one. So we're going to select a type of widget. Let's go ahead and do a showcase. Properties of feature. We can do a custom search page. And we're going to base that off our advanced search page again. Again, I'm not going to put any criteria in there. You can put as much or as little as you want, but we're going to call this one Demo 2, just so it doesn't conflict with what's already in there. We're going to make this responsive. We're going to say how many numbers of listings we want to put in there. And I'm going to go ahead and put 12 in there. And then we're going to go ahead and build this widget. And again, here's the snippet of code if you wanted to go ahead and copy and paste that into your site. The CSS if you wanted to, change the look and layout. But for this, we're just going to go ahead and preview this widget. And this is a widget that's available with lights. Again, it's going to take on the look of your CSS and things like that, of what your website is. Our team builds a wrapper of your site right when you sign up with us, so we keep a consistent look and layout to your IDX Broker pages. Okay. So now we went over subheaders. Now, the online real estate landscape is continuously changing. You're now competing for search engine relevance against big companies with more money to spend, If you want to stand out against them, focus on providing quality hyper-local content. Set your site up for success, build neighborhood pages, and use the SEO tools within IDX Broker to add keyword-rich, targeted content for searchers, and always provide the most relevant information about the neighborhoods in your area. That was a couple of the tools and things that we can do with IDX Broker, for creating neighborhood pages, widgets, creating subheaders. And if you have any questions, Jeff True is on the horn there, and he can answer any questions you guys might have. I'm going to go ahead and upload that PowerPoint again, just in case somebody wasn't able to get that. So that'll be in the handouts area. If you want to go ahead and snag that, you can follow along with the webinar. Our webinars are going to be recorded and put on our YouTube channel within about 24 to 48 hours. Also, if you have any questions about anything that we've covered or any questions about IDX Broker period, feel free to call our sales department. We're here Monday through Friday, 7 to 5 Pacific Standard Time, and we're always happy to answer your questions. I'll give it another minute or two if you have any questions. Go ahead and type those in there, and Jeff will get those answered for you. Well, it looks like I don't have too many questions in there. Thank you again for bearing with my technical difficulties. We will have another webinar in about 2 weeks here. We try to schedule those as often as possible. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to visit our website at idxbroker.com. We have great support pages in the top right-hand corner. Click support. There's tons of articles there that can be helpful. In the footer of any of our IDX Broker pages, there's a YouTube button, and it will take you directly to our YouTube channel where we record these videos and other kind of instructional videos as well. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us, and we will be back with you soon.